Did I fall asleep?
睡着了吗？
Drop the brush. Head. Dizzy. Gracie.
快来笑。
Sorry, I'm late.
是我来晚了。
It's okay, Mr. Knight. I simply had a little stumble, no big deal.
我只是摔了一下，不用担心。
Did you get hurt? Not really. That's a relief.
那就好。
Are you still feeling dizzy?
你现在来
Would
头
you
晕
like
吗？
to have something to
要不要先
eat?
吃点东西？ 这是
Nuva
丹主
asked
托我
me
带来
to
的早
bring
餐。
your breakfast. She
看看你
noticed
上
you
午都没
hadn't
离开
left the
画室，
studio all
这才
morning
到你。
and figured you
一时
must
做完
have
不
put an
孕。
all-nighter painting last night. Sorry, this won't happen
下次不会
again.
这样了。
What am I going to do with you? Anyway,
算了，
have the meal
还是先
first.
吃饭吧。
Okay.
好，
The moment the food box was opened, a delightful aroma of the food instantly filled the air. Water, pickle, and steaming rice porridge. A simple yet nourishing breakfast, the perfect source of morning energy. Typically, no one would say no to this carefully prepared breakfast. However, she found it extremely difficult to swallow, with waves of nausea creeping in as if she had had the same meal many times in a row. Gracie, if you really don't have an appetite, just have a few sips so you won't feel hungry. It's okay, I'll take my time and finish it slowly. Even with her busy schedule, Nuva still wakes up early every day to prepare breakfast for Fushi and me. If I don't finish it, Nuva will surely blame herself for it. I really wish I could share your burden. You never know, it might happen someday. The girl flashed a bright smile at the knight before resuming her struggle with a seemingly bottomless bowl of rice porridge. By the way, Mr. Knight, if I recall correctly, today should be the day of the Pioneers' Gathering, isn't it? Indeed, I thought you might have
确实是这样，没
forgotten.
错。我还以为你会忘了。
Actually, I just recalled it myself, like stumbling upon a surprise leaf Nuva tucked into the rice porridge. Plus, last night I only stayed up that late to create enough concept artwork for Nuva to kickstart her figurines today.
没关
Don't
系，
worry,
你的
you've
速
been
度已经
working
很快了。
hard at the
丹主也正
good
是知道这
pace.
点，
Nuva
才
knows
从来都没有
that.
催过你。
But I have to keep my words. Anyway, I'm absolutely determined to finish the final piece tomorrow without staying up late. And what if you end up staying up late? In that case, I guess I'll have to pay for one more. Mr. Knight, I finished eating. If you're ready, let's
如果你
set
准备好
out.
了，那我们就出发吧。
1, 2, 8. I just need to do one more study. I haven't practiced lately. I must make up for it once I'm less busy. I need to finish it quickly. Why do I have this unfamiliar feeling? Strange. Why is my study here? Don't worry, let's recover it first.
用我最喜欢的颜色。感觉有了些新的灵感，画里的世界很美，希望你能喜欢。骑士先生，
回收完毕。
Recovery complete. Mr. Knight, I do remember stacking my studies at the bottom. But why are they still scattered everywhere? It must be the box itself, I suppose. Throughout this year, it has traveled us to numerous places. Maybe rather than being quiet, it yearns for the more adventurous days. You have a point. The sun is so blinding. Grizzle. Good morning, Nuva, Fushi. It's almost noon. Grizzle, don't tell me you just woke up. Grizzle's artworks decided to take a little stroll in the hallway outside the studio, so we spent some time retrieving them. I see, I thought maybe it was the breakfast I made today hard to swallow. Absolutely not. So, Fushi, Nuva, while you were outside, did you happen to come across other works of mine? No, but even if they're all ventured beyond the studio, there's no need to worry. Hua, Sue, and Kevin are all over there by the stone table having tea. That's good to hear. Wait a moment. Grizzle, aren't you a little too calm? It's been almost a year since you last saw Kevin and Sue. When you arrived at Mount Taishan, even Hua happened to be away. Perhaps it's because last night I had a hunch. Right, it must be a hunch. Nuva, since everyone is here, how about Grizzle and I go to the kitchen garden to get some fresh veggie? So when it comes to prepare lunch, we won't trouble anyone else. Sounds like a plan. I'll leave it to you. Mr. Knight, Hua isn't at the vegetable garden, right? Yeah, Nuva just told me that she's having tea by the stone table. But why are you asking this all of a sudden? I don't know either. It's really Hua. Grizzle and Mr. Knight. It's been a long time. Yeah, the same to you. Hua, aren't you having tea with Sue and Kevin? Why did you come here? Well, it suddenly occurred to me that I hadn't checked on the garden, and since we'll be preparing lunch later, I thought I'd come to have a quick look. Why did Nuva send you to find me? No, Mr. Knight thought it would be a good idea for us to come here first, so we won't make an extra trip for lunch. Seems we got the same
这
idea.
算是一种默契吗？当然算啦。
Yeah. By the way, since you're
既然你
here,
刚好在这
would you
儿，
like to
要
try
试一试播种
planting?
吗？
好。Okay.
各位小，
Grisil, can I ask you a
我
question?
能不能问你一个
What
问
is
题？
it? Have you been
我不
taking
在
care
的
of
时
the
候，
garden when I'm
都
not
是你在打
around?
理菜园吗？
No, it's actually Nuva, though she hasn't come here very often either. Looks like you have a knack for
你
farming.
或许很有种
You've
地
been
的天
doing
赋，
quite well even
我甚
without
至
my
还没有教你，
instruction.
你就已经做得相当不错。
Is it because you've grasped the essence of
这也是因
farming,
为你看穿了
similar
种
to
地的本质吗？
understanding of colors?
就像那些颜色一样，还记得吗？
Remember, there was a
很早之前
time
的
in the
某段时
past
间，
when you would adopt the
你会沾
color
染
of the
上和你
people you
相处
spend a
超过
long
一定
time
时间的
with,
人的颜色，
reflecting their
进而
characteristics
在
in
言
your
谈举
speech
止
and
上
behavior,
成为那个人。
essentially becoming that
乖姐姐，
person.
我现在
Hua,
不会
I
了，
won't do that again. I
我保证。
promise. No, you misunderstood,
你误
Grisil.
会了，
I just want you to know that back then, I was truly
我只是
grateful
想
to
说，
you.
那个时候，我真的很感谢你。毕竟沾染颜
The
色的前
premise
提，
of taking on a person's
就是
color
中间
is
那个
having a
人
deep insight into
自己
them,
都难以察觉的
something
本质。
even they struggle to do.
澳
Hua
洲
let
的那
out
场
a
大火只
soft
后，
sigh. After the wildfire in Australia, I went through a
纵然大家
period of
眼中
self-doubt.
和平
Although
时
I
并无二
appeared
致，
the same before other people,
但我
I
却要
found
竭力
myself
死死
constantly reflecting on what I,
自己
as a survivor every time,
作为
could
一而
do
再
to
再而
all
三的
those who
幸
had
存者，
tragically perished.
能为所有不幸的逝者做到些什么，我那时就清楚。
I understood then that this
这种过度反思
overthinking
没
had
有
little
任何积极
practical
意义。
significance, but it was also the only
可我那时也
motivation
没
keeping
办
me going
他
during
们
those
是我当时能
times.
够活下去的唯一动力。直到某一天，
Until one day I met you,
我遇
who
见了
had
陈一
become
文，
another version
你
of
让我
me.
想起了
You reminded me.
我想知道自己能
I
做
want
什
to
么。
know what I can do.
你会有一
Don't
辈子
worry,
时间思
you'll
考这
have
个
a
问题。
lifetime to figure that
毕
out.
竟自己能做到什么，
What we're able to do and what we're willing to do for someone else,
事实上
they
又截
often
然不
carry
同的意义。
entirely different meanings.
而且
And
为了谁而幸福，
for whom we do it, even if
我
we
们即
give
使
it our
倾尽全力
all,
去做，
we still end up facing
到头
failure.
来也还是无法做到。毕竟我们已
After
然身
all,
处当下，
we live in the present,
却不可
yet
避免地
we
属于过去。
undeniably belong to the past.
纵然我们能陪伴
Even
现在
though
的
we
人
can
类走
keep
过很长的岁
humanity
月，
company for a long time,
但谁
who
又
can
能
say
断
for
言
sure that we are
我们就
truly
是他们
part
中
of
的一员
them?
呢？
花姐姐，
Hua, it seems like
似乎不
you
太
don't
想和
wish
这个时
to
代
have
的
too
人有
deep
多多联
bonds
系。
with the people of this era. I
你也
can't
说不
really
清楚。
explain it either,
和你们
but
在
the
一起
time
的
I
时刻，
spend with you all are the
就是我最开
happiest
心、
and most
最放松的时
relaxing for
刻。
me.
既然如此，此时
In
此
that
刻的
case,
我，
the me of this
就仍然属于
moment
过
still
去。
belongs to the past, and
而
that's
且
perfectly fine.
这也没有什么不好。
我也是，
Me
很抱
too.
歉，为了今
I'm
天的午
sorry,
饭，
but I have to interrupt your
不得不暂时打断
conversation
你
for
们的对
today's
话。
lunch.
苍轩姐姐，是
Fu
不是
Shi,
丹珠姐
has
姐出
anything
事
happened
了？
to Nuva?
看来一说到出事，
It seems
大家都无
that
一
when
例
it
外地
comes
只
to
能想到我
trouble,
的笨蛋
everyone
妹妹。
inevitably thinks of my clumsy little sister.
她
I'm
才该说抱
sorry.
歉。
No, she's the one who should
既
apologize.
然格蕾秀
But
猜
since
得
you
这么
guessed
准，
correctly,
有种就麻
Grisil,
烦
how
你
about you take
带
her
我
out
带她出来
later?
吧。
The group quickly gathered around Sue. Fu Shi briefly explained what had happened and assigned tasks to everyone present.
骑士先生可以灵活安排自己的行程。
Mr. Knight, do whatever you can. As for Hua, you're in charge of today's lunch, and Kevin and I will assist you. In that case, may I go with Grisil? Yeah, of course.
这里看上去
Seems like
像
this
是
is
一
a
个文艺
world
行
with a
业正在发达
thriving
的世界，
entertainment industry.
大家都
Everyone is talking about games, comics, movies, and the like. You have a keen eye, Grisil. As you can see, this is also why Nuva doesn't want to leave. Anyway, it's a unique opportunity, and if you're interested, you can explore this world a bit. Just make sure not to interact with the people here. Sue's right. It's a rare opportunity. We can take the chance to learn more about other worlds. Okay. Somehow I feel Mr. Knight is taking the most pleasure in this. Or you wouldn't have volunteered to accompany me. Hello, it's me. I have to share something with you. Just a moment ago, I received a letter. It said, the Julian you've portrayed, though a fictional character, has evoked deep, genuine emotions within me. Just witnessing his adventure in Go fills me with excitement. I feel my life is brimming with energy, so I'm so restless and impatient when eagerly awaiting your updates. I understand I shouldn't intrude your personal life, but regardless, I sincerely hope you continue writing this remarkable tale. Did you hear what I just said? There's actually people waiting for my updates. But this means it'll be even harder for me to give up writing, right? Grisil, do you think he will keep writing? For this gray-hued man, this letter is just a false hope. But thanks to this letter, his world has a little splash of happy orange now, even though it's faint and ready to fade away at any moment. So your answer is, he will give up? Mr. Knight, even extinguished colors can reignite. What Hua and the others are doing right now is precisely that. Besides, I don't think gray necessarily equates to give up. Those who have embraced the monotony of gray are often the ones who can see how colorful the world is. It's like only those who have sketched can use paint, right? It's a good answer. So, do you wish me to tell you what will happen to him next? There's no need, Sue. I have faith in him. Blood Sword is just amazing, don't you think? I have to say, Miss Wei is a true genius. You finally finished it. What's your favorite part? Tell me. The most memorable and heart-wrenching part for me is the final long shot of the film. In the bamboo hut, he stared at Bin's broken sword, which he never parted with. There's no words, no tears. It was as if time had stopped and thoughts drifted away. In the midst of the silence, the faint sound of raindrops outside grew even clearer. And the end. To bring back what they hope, the clumsy Bin told the only lie in his life to Yi, the chef girl, who, despite being a straight person, still believed it. Although the story is complete and beautiful, I can't accept this ending. I've made up my mind. I'm going to give Bin and Yi a better ending. Really? That fast? I know Blood and Sword has a lot of enthusiastic fans, but the ending I have expected, no one had written it. Since no one can write a story she expects, she shall create one herself. In this regard, she's actually quite similar to Nuba. Not about acting for the sake of someone, but about seeing what one can do. This is what keeps Nuba motivated every day, right? It's a shame she isn't here to hear your words. Otherwise, we may have been able to have lunch a little earlier. What are you drawing? I'm drawing a world above the blue sky. But apart from the unreachable little dots, there's nothing there. Why not draw the world under the sea? It's more interesting. But before the ship sailed into the sea, nobody knew there were fish and coral, right? So who knows what's really up there in the sky? The young girl recalled something that happened so very long ago. For almost all the time the ark sailed, she followed Velvet's instructions and slept soundly in the small, secure dormancy capsule. It was because of this that every time she woke up, she would stand by the window with the best view, painting the world in her eyes with immense anticipation. However, for the girl's question, she didn't have the answer herself either. Indeed, despite her enduring enthusiasm, she had to acknowledge that throughout the lengthy navigation, each of her paintings had depicted either the vast expanse of darkness or the tiny stars. And they were no different from the previous one and the one before that. She hadn't seen big and soft clouds or played games with the gentle swans, diligent hedgehogs, and crabs made of candy. She simply stood by the window, imagining a world among the starlight. So, what really is out there above the sky? That's something all of us are still trying to find out. I still remember Lee once half-jokingly said, if you board the ship, you'll have an endless supply of subjects to paint. But when I said I wanted to replace Cosma in executing Project Arc, she immediately changed her attitude. She knew that no matter how many stars there were, they couldn't light up the universe. And no matter how skilled the brush was, it couldn't capture the essence of reality. All she could do was shield me from the truth, which a child couldn't grasp. But now, I have my own answer. It might be somewhat childish or naive, but I want to share it with you. Are you willing to hear it? Hear me. I do. As expected, I returned here, the corridor outside the studio. In my right hand, there was a wooden food box that Nuva asked me to bring to Grisil. It seems that things that has been causing the time loop still hasn't reached its limit. But still, Grisil and I have brought it a little closer to that limit. Let's keep trying.